Good news to everyone that is watching and, of course, listening to me right about now. You are all welcome to these powerful uh, segments of the good news, and it's the good news of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It is not the good news of your favorite uh, celebrity. It is the good news about Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And because he lives, we can face tomorrow. The Bible says it clear that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He never changes. Whatever he has said about your life, it is true. You see, one thing I love about God is that he never lies. It's not like your relative, your uncle, your auntie that has lied to you over and over again. They are speaking the same thing which they have never actually fulfilled. But God will actually bring that thing to fruition. I want to tell you that you are blessed. The fact that you cannot see it does not mean that you are not blessed. The fact that you cannot feel it does not mean that there is no blessing upon your life. You are highly blessed. It's just because there are some people that have never discovered themselves. We are living in a generation which is suffering from what we call um, identity crisis. People that do not know who they are. Someone that has lived for many years and yet they have not discovered their purpose. They are just moving up and down and never getting to the reality of life. You need to discover who you are. And a man or woman that has discovered who he is a very dangerous person. Even the enemy cannot stop you. Look at the story of Job, who discovered who he is. Let me read to you a very powerful word from the book of Genesis chapter 30, verse 25 to 28. Genesis chapter 30, verse 25 to 28. And it reads, "And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said to Laban, Send me away, that I may go to my own place and to my country. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served you, and let me go. For you know my service which I have done for you." And Laban said to him, "Please stay, if I have found favor in your eyes, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake." Then he said, "Name your wages, and I will give it." So Jacob said to him, "You know how I have served you, and how your livestock has been with me. For what you had before I came was little, and it has increased to a great amount. The Lord has blessed you since my coming. And now, when shall I also provide for my own house?" My Jesus, what a very beautiful word. You see, Jacob was limited by Laban. Laban was kind of a relative to Jacob. Jacob was working for Laban. For those that have followed the story of Jacob, how he got involved with Rachel and Leah. These were sisters. He had to work for 14 years to marry the lady that he loved. He was first fooled. Then he worked for 7 years. He had to work for almost 7 years. In total 14. So now he comes to a point where he needs to go and actually be of good service to his family, to be a blessing to his family. Now he comes to Laban and says, "Please let me go, that I may go and serve my God. I may go and be of good care to my family." This is what Laban says in verse 27. He says, "Please stay, if I have found favor in your eyes, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake." Can you imagine a master, the boss, who's presumed to be the boss, coming to the servant and saying, "Please stay"? You have been of favor to me. I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake. My God, that is a very powerful revelation. Jacob was not shocked. Oh, some people would be shocked. But Jacob knew who he was. In fact, some translations would say, this is what Laban said, I have learned through divination that the Lord has blessed me for your sake. Laban was practicing divination. He was a sorcerer. Some of you, the people you work for, are in high kind of witchcraft. They are practicing witchcraft. And they have limited your progress. You could have been so far. Some of it's not your boss, it is your colleagues that do not want you to go very far. They are benefiting from you. They know that if you stay, the company will prosper. But if you leave, it will crumble down. You are a blessing. I don't want you to look at yourself as a weakling. You are a blessing. Everywhere you go, there is always a testimony. People do not want to let go of you because you are blessed to be a blessing. Laban said, name your wages and I'll give it to you. Does it mean that Laban did not pay Jacob? No. Jacob was paid. But because Jacob wanted to leave, he had to kind of motivate him with an increment in his wages. Brothers and sisters, you are blessed. Listen to what the Bible says. It says it's clear that the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. The blessing of the Lord has the ability to make you rich. And when I talk about being rich, it does not necessarily mean money, because a lot of people attach wealth or being rich to money. There are people that have a lot of money, but they are poor. Their mindset is of a poor mind. They always think about alcohol. Every single penny they get, it is always about alcohol. It is always about intoxicants. They never invest in the things that matter. That is a poor mindset. And poverty is a state of mind. I've always talked about this. Poverty is just a state of mind. Brothers and sisters, I hope this word has blessed you. I hope it has encouraged you. Please keep on praying. Pray for your deliverance. Pray for your breakthrough. And I'm telling you, you will never be disappointed. Until next time, God bless you.